time is 10:30 a.m. Good morning. The news headline. See what a Nigerian governor said about breakup agitations. GCFRNG. Osun State Governor Adegboyega Oyetola says he believes Nigeria's economic reforms are in line with ongoing calls for the country to prosper. Oyetola made the remarks in Abuja on Sunday when he appeared at the NAN Forum, the flagship conference of the media company. People like Nnamdi Kanu and Sunday Adeyemo, often referred to as Igboho, are raising the issue of racism. Oyetola opposes those who call the country corrupt, describing them as invisible and advocating for the allocation of political power to state governments. There has been a strong call in Nigeria in recent years to restructure the country to address issues of scrutiny as a beacon to ensure equity, justice, and fair play in the country. A former monarch, Britain United Nations 107 years ago in West Africa to create the largest country in Africa, but the process seems to have caused a lot of problems for the country forever. According to Oyetola, each state and federal government has a human and natural contribution that everyone can make to support themselves if the community is well rehabilitated. The governor said Nigerians had come a long way and should allow the current problem to be solved. People give different explanations for the word reform. What I believe is that in order for us to live together as people, all sections of the campaign must have a clear mandate and function. For me, reorganization does not mean separation. Anyone who thinks in the line is not bad. We have come a long way, and unity can get us to where we should be in the open world. We have all the tools to be great. So what needs to be done is not to focus on what divides us, but to look at what unites us. Let's look at issues that can create unnecessary problems and solve them. I believe in the power of the states so that the state can do more of what it does. He said, give the state a lot of support. I believe we need to look at the issue of monetary policy. We need to allow the states more money in order to develop some of what they have. Yes, you can look at all these areas, but not in terms of division. I can't go for separation, Oyetola said. Good morning. And the analysis is quite simple. It has been a known fact that there are a whole lot of groups that want Nigeria to break up, and a whole lot of groups have been calling for self-determination, just like the indigenous people of Biafra, led by Nnamdi Kanu, who is actually at the DSS facility awaiting trial after being extradited from Kenya, and also the Yoruba agitator Sunday Adeyemo, popularly known as Sunday Igboho, who actually works in line with Professor Banji Akintoye, and this are set of people demanding for the Oduduwa nation so as to separate from Nigeria. And the governor of Osun State of recent, while speaking at the NAN Forum, which happens to be a flagship conference of the media company, he had reiterated it that all those calling for self-determination, that it is not what it should be, like that is not what they are supposed to be calling for, because what they are actually doing is that they are raising an issue of racism. And the governor of Osun State, Adegboyega Oyetola, further says that he believes that Nigerian reforms are in line with the ongoing calls for the country to prosper. He said he opposes those who call the country corrupt, describing them as invisible and advocating for allocation of political power to state governments. And this brings about some amazement, because if you're talking about people that have said that the country is corrupt, we have a whole lot of prominent figures saying that. Wole Soyinka, we have the Oni of Ife, who actually noted that of recent too, Sultan of Sokoto, even a governor, Governor Samuel Ortom, amongst others, have actually said the same thing. that of Zamfara State. So if Governor Oyetola is saying that he opposes those calling the country corrupt and describing them as invisible and advocating for allocation of political and political power to the state government, it sends some confusion in that sphere, because these people are visible and prominent people and do not necessarily need any political power to express their view as per the reality of what is happening. And he's saying that there have been a call in Nigeria in recent years to restructure the country to address issues of scrutiny as a beacon to ensure equity, justice, and fair play. Now, he was actually citing the Britain United Nations 107 years ago in West Africa, whereby they were asked to create the largest country in Africa, but the process seems to have caused a lot of problems for the Britain, and in their country forever. And according to him, he said that each state and federal government has a human and natural contribution that everyone can make support to themselves if a community is well rehabilitated. That he believes that every individual in the community, in the community, and every individual in the state and in the country at large, all have what he tagged as a natural contribution to make the country a better place. And he said that the Nigerians have come a long way to allow a breakup, and all we need to just do is to find a solution together for the problems at hand. And he says that what he believes is that in order for us to live together as people, all sections of the campaign must have a clear mandate and function. And that for him, reorganization or reformation does not mean that we should separate. That anyone who thinks in the line of reorganization or restructure is not actually thinking bad, and that we should